let's check out this alpha a little bit more. Did some streaming yesterday, didn't really make too much progress, but this time I want to see if I can't get, a minimum one successful run going on here. Especially now that the save file is complete and I have my choice of many, many different items at the start here. There's been a little bit of debate on what exactly is worthwhile, is good in this update, but I do think this, being able to have 5 items right off the bat is pretty nice. Or at least it's something that I'm definitely going to enjoy in the future, not having to go root around for as many skills and items as possible. It just, if only I knew where you actually got it in the game. Still kind of unclear on that whole deal. Alright, so, tactics. Tactics seems to be the big, most interesting bit of this latest update, what with all of the new mutations and everything that's going on. So I think if there is one type of run that I should be doing here, it's this. Although I would like to continue to check out some more survival runs too, just because, well, survival runs I think are going to be very good, knowing that we got a reworked alienation. The lessened amount of malaise is going to be fairly helpful, even with the lessened amount of curses that you're going to be getting. Right, you get over here right now so I can take you out. Okay, there is no special run today, it's just tactics. Pure tactics, and I want to try to use some of the new mutations, especially working a little bit more with Caltrops, because I like Caltrops a lot, and maybe if I just have a couple unsuccessful 5-cell runs, might just end up doing some attempts at a Caltrops only run. I'm thinking 1 boss cell, no other items taken, not even for the stats or anything like that. Just pure damage from doing dodge rolls. Armor of Thorns run, or as Armor of Throbs, as it's also known. But let's wait to see if I can't get at least one good run going on here first. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like something might happen here. We'll still see. Yo, hey, he read my mins. Mins? Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I think that I know as much as people don't really like. I am actually going to take this. This is a good shield. I know as much as people don't really like the single weapon only runs, especially because, well, do I? Yeah, you know what? Let's take it. People don't really like the single weapon runs. You want to see a little bit more rounded, a little bit more interesting stuff going on there. I think Caltrops can be made an exception for, just because it is. I didn't drop through the thing and then get hit twice. I guess that works. Why not? Okay, well, alienation is going to be a must-take for this run anyway, just because I really, for Relio, need a lot of healing, as you always do when it comes to. As you always do when it comes to a tactics run. Still, that doesn't mean that I'm any less irritated about it. Someone's off his game. When we're talking about streams, man, I'm always off my game. My game is never on. You gotta have me. I gotta at least be like doing some regular recording episodes. All right, anything of interest? I'm not really gonna take that right now then. Yeah, you gotta have me be recording by myself for me to be even slightly on my game, and I will actually take this. I'm working with a melee tactics right now. Why not? And let's check out the new areas. Sure. We all want to see you die in terrible ways. That's not very nice to say to someone. 120 hours, by the way. 120 hours of. Oh, also, I just noticed a message underneath it. Hello, doctor. I'm here for my appointment. Ooh. Some sort of backwards R? I can't even tell what that is. Anyway. What do I even want? How about... I'm thinking strategic retreat. 1.5 seconds. I haven't really messed around with Predator too much because I never managed to get that mutation in my regular save file, but yeah. Referring to your pro gameplay. 1,200 hours. 1,200? 1,300 try. Yeah, I'm on my unlucky 4 days. At least until, well, 4 days and 4 hours. Yeah, almost. And one more. Like I said, I'm still planning to eventually go take Alienation, make that start working for me, but we got some time before I can even manage to take that. I still think 1 second is just a little too small. Held that opinion back when this mutation was originally introduced. Still kind of hold that right now. Which is why I haven't really Well, I don't usually go with tactics runs. I just think that now it might be more worthwhile with other stuff. And when I had successful runs, it's been some time since I've had... I always say that it's like... Dead Cells. Usually if you have like a YouTube channel based around playing a single game, you generally win like 90% plus of the time, especially if you have over 1,000 hours in the game. Not with Dead Cells. No. That is the exception. It's the exception that proves the rule. What rule? That I'm bad at video games. It is an inalienable right. But I continue to... That's not the right word, but it's the one that I immediately thought of. 1,300 hours is over 56 days. And 2 years, that's not too bad. I'm only like 10% to becoming a Malcolm Gladwell expert, so... I mean, slightly over 10%. Actually, that would be what, like... 10,000... whatever, I'm not doing math right now. Look, I'm here to play video games, not do math. What sort of nerdlinger do you think I am? Not one that does math, I'll tell you that. A little bit of invisibility. You really got to use this mutation strategically. Want to get the most out of it. And even have half that on Terraria. Oh yeah, I mean, Terraria was the game that I played the most before Dead Cells came out, so I can relate. Like, that is so expansive and huge. I feel like unless you're really into the game like I am, that you're not really going to have 1,200 hours on anything except for like a free roam building sim or like any sort of simulation game. That's the only thing I can think of even coming close to spending that much time on if you're not like a pure speed runner or challenge runner or whatever like that. Oh, well, it's too bad I'm taking tactics because I wouldn't really like that powerful grenade right now. Oh well, I suppose I'll deal. Terraria was my most played single-player title, but Dead Cells took it over. Hell yeah! I mean, obviously the same here. And I think that at this point in time, I probably have more time in some of the other games I've played, but not... It's few and far between that can take over that title, certainly. And it's only melee attacks, right? Melee strikes, okay. 498 versus 466. So it's not even all that far apart. That parry in. I'm gonna make sure that I'm parrying more. And there we go. What's this? You know what? Sure. You always go glass cannon when it comes to tactics anyway. Why not? Why not get a head start on that? Combine my time playing Destiny 1 and 2, I have around 1,800 hours. You know, I'm thinking about it right now. I probably do have more in, there was a time when I would just incessantly play World of Warcraft. So, it is very likely that I might have more time in that, but I made the decision long ago to never type /played into that game, and I never did. And I never will. So, yeah. Let's just bury that shame right there. We don't talk about WoW playtimes. I wasn't trying to. You guys pressured me into it. All 69 of you. Nice. I had Terraria since 2011. Dead Cells came out in 2017, so that tells you just how addictive it is to play. Yeah, that is true. I mean, I also started playing that in like old Terraria times as well. So that was combined over many an update and many a year. It's how it do. I do want this. I want this, get a little bit of health back, get a little bit of CC, everything like that. I mean, Dead Cells, of course, is just a game that is very... Wait, if I kill something with range, being that this is a melee weapon, does it still count for invisibility? Whoops. No. Has to be with the melee, I guess. No, it works, I think. I'm gonna have to... I kind of want to try this out a little bit more, but I also kind of want to just take this. Get rid of Predator eventually. Maybe I can grab like a good... Like, look at how good this damage is. Multiple knocks bow. I mean, I do knock it pretty often here, but it is pretty good damage. That little slight lock in place, though, can be kind of irritating. I still think it's pretty good. Shut up, Alex. I still think it's pretty good. I already lampshaded it. Was that not enough? Okay. All right. Good. I was worried because slow down enemies have some weird parry timing. What's that above your kill streak? Oh, they changed up kill streak, so now it actually shows if you have successfully fulfilled the kill streak condition. So normally that would just be a white skull, but since I did get 60 kills over the course of this, it is now gold, which signifies that I am getting that sweet, sweet door coming up into the next section. One of those really nice, minor quality of life changes. There's a lot of stuff to talk about with this update. It's all very behind the scenes, inside baseball, if you will. Good, bad, hard to say. Let me take this thing out. Yeah, and that's why you haven't... Oh. Yep. Yeah, almost got me. This is where Witch Time would come in pretty handy. I gotta do that. Oh, yes, scroll fragments are also... You know what? I will take this. It's not main stat. Yeah, no, I can't. I really do need more main stat. You gotta be a huge amount of... gotta be a huge amount of damage for this. Tactics runs are most successful when they are glass cannons. Of course. What is this run about? Trying out some more of the tactics mutations that I haven't really checked out too much in this latest update. Hopefully getting a good successful run, but we're going to do a Caltrips only run in case it's not. We'll see. Next poll, I'm putting Hollow Knight, but in Japanese. Hollow Knight is not a text-heavy game, and besides, I've also played it enough that even if it was a text-heavy game, I'd still know what they were talking about. So, joke's on you, my dog. All right, we're going to take Alienation here. I need the healing. Bow plus melee plus Ripper. I kind of like having the shield. We'll see, because I'm probably going to be switching out mutations soon enough, and we'll see. Bad thing is that I'm entering my second break from the game, stopped playing at launch, came back with Rise of the Giant. And yeah, I know that Firestar, especially you're not too impressed by this latest update. I feel like I like it a little bit more just because I don't like curses, but I can understand. With the way that the game constantly changes up, it can be sometimes questionable. Okay. No. Well, that's fine. Anybody else? Anybody else? This seems like kind of a questionable play, but I think I can manage it, is the thing. Especially with a wave of denial like this. Still gonna want to be careful. Still gonna want to be really careful. Oh, that's the point. Played in Japanese solely for the faster text when turning in relics. Wow, that is a very specific use case for that. I can appreciate it. You know, I was honestly thinking about... Be cautious. There we are. There we go. Ooh. And a parfait. And then let's just do this style on him. Oh, that doesn't go through the wall? I thought that went through the wall, like if you parry it with a shield. Well, you know what? I also have a shield, so joke's on you, dog. There we go. That's how I used to take care of arbiters back in the day. Ah. Oh yeah, I'm not a masochist at all. I'm too soft for that kind of stuff. Wait, what? I feel like there was a secret conversation happening here that I've been missing out on. Doc, no. Okay. You're the one writing it in chat. Okay. You're just like, wait a second. I didn't think that you would actually read the thing that I put immediately in front of your face to read. You owe me $1,000 for treatment on that script, by the way. Oh, come on. How could that not hit that? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. If you are wondering, scroll fragments are a new thing in the game. It is just basically... Oh, well, that's not... They're bad. Scroll fragments are a new thing in the game. Collect 4 of them and create a whole scroll. It's just to make up for lack of curse chests now. Yeah, wrong direction. Okay, give me back my son and also all of my... Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna take that. And also all of my arrows. I tried to get the parry there. That slight little bit of pause time is frustrating sometimes, now isn't it? Ah, how was that? Sometimes I impress even myself. Anyway. I don't think masochism is... What do you people... No, it definitely is. But I'm not even going to get into that because I want to post this video later. You people are crazy. Anyway. Yeah, almost got me there since I'm spending too much time reading chat. I told you, it's chat. It makes me bad at the video game. I mean, so does my general incompetence, but you know what I'm saying. I was thinking this area looked easy, and some of the big birds. Yeah, the slammers are rough. They do not play nice, and they usually find them in a much harder location than this. Ooh, not bad at all. Now, I think I do want to keep... Man, Trail of Flames and Flammable Oil minus damage? What a good heavy turret. Which one do I want to do, though? Let's say Ice Grenade. I like Wave of Denial a lot, but I do think I'm going to get way more out of this. Yeah, of course. Gotta stop reading chat. I'm just too interested in what is going on with the S&M fandom that is forming in there right now. Nope. Good try, though. I mean, hey, the Leather Club is 2 blocks down, you guys. Terrible. Anyway. WAD is survival on tactic. Well, yeah, I know it is, but so is Ice Grenade. Ice Grenade can also provide a lot of survival, a lot of CC, really prevent enemies from, you know, smacking you too hard. But at the same time, it's like, this has just flat damage reduction on it. It has the general survival that you can get off of having the stun time for this and everything. There's a lot of good stuff going on here, is what I'm saying. You know what? There. That'll work. I didn't mean to throw down both of those at once. Okay. Enough of this nonsense. Bring out the big guns. Yeah, no, just get rid of the multiple Nox bows. I don't need that. Okay. Let's get on with this here. Yeah, it's not going to be amazing, but I do also have 60% damage on bleeding targets with the thing. So it might be that I'm going to start to get most of my damage from all things from a single turret. It's not the worst thing to happen here. I don't know. I think I should also just book it out of here. I'm not going to get any benefit for... I'm not going to get any benefit for exploring around too much and everything, but... Nope. And you know what? Just go. Ancient Sewers is confusing, but... I don't know. Oh, we'll see. A bird slam on me, Doc. Oh, of course, Jeremiah. Just give me a minute. All right. Parrying shield might be best. Maybe shouldn't have gone into... Oh, like 33% of the damage they receive. Could actually be useful here. Yeah, you know what? Let's try to get this working here. Okay. What's behind that boss cell door? Ramparts? Yep, it is the entrance of the ramparts. Much like how you can go to the ossuary or the ancient sewers when you go into the prison depths. I mean, being that is an alternate route that you have going on here, it is the only sensical route that you can have. Good. Why did I take so... I'm still too used to taking survival. Well, whatever, it's fine. I can use the health anyway, even though I don't think that's super useful. There's no more enemies around here to try to get the whole, networking here. Good. Depths was an option for an alternate path already because of one boss cell exit to the ancient sewers. I mean, yeah. You can use that to get into the sewers in either way, but this also opens it up a little bit more, and with the distribution of scrolls being different and everything, I think it works. Yes, Super Mark type of thing going on here. I think this might be good. As always, it's the time will tell, but who knows? Networking is just a strange type of thing. I'm not quite sure if it means that 33% of the damage they take, period, or if it's 33% of the damage they take, something. And if it's period, or if it's only like from the main damage source from the weapon. Something I'll probably have to look up eventually. But I'm also, maybe Pyrotechnics would be the one to get. Because as much as I like the throwing knife, don't get me wrong, throwing knife is great. I do have inflammable oil because of the heavy turret and everything, so that's not bad at all. We'll see. Yeah, it's more the idea that you couldn't take a longer path. That's right, Omega. Because it does add in more... It does add in more areas going from that direction and more potential for getting, like, a lot of various extra scrolls. And I want to say that also just... You could get extra scrolls, period, from going into the ossuary. Ossuary had a lot of scrolls. Speaking of which, there we go. Just having an extra chance at the challenge rifts makes a big difference. And done. Does it actually function to get that thing when it's going underground? I don't know, but I suppose I'm not going to find out. Doesn't look like it's working. Ossuary was 5 scrolls of power, which is a lot of scrolls of power. I don't think... Yeah, how much did you get comparatively in, well, this section? I think you... Well, there were like 3 cursed chests, but I don't know about scrolls of power. This is... Yeah, going to be especially good for the upcoming fight. So scroll fragments work like epic scrolls to give you a boost, or is it just your highest one? Oh, they work like complete scrolls of power. So whatever you want to get, whether it's more health or more of your main stat, as soon as you get 4 of them, you get your choice. I mean, I think that's the only sensible way to do it, really. Fine by me. Wouldn't be surprised if Dead Cells did KOF 13, meaning they use their 3D models to create sprites. Huh. I didn't actually know, because I remember that King of Fighters had really good sprites, but I didn't realize that they were made using a 3D model, or are you talking about it was the other way around, because I am not an SNK expert, to be honest. The shaman outfit. Oh, is this the shaman outfit? I just remember thinking it's like, oh, it's this yellow outfit that I don't really wear a whole lot, because bright yellow is, I mean, it's okay. A little gaudy. I suppose it's appropriate for this area. I just know the sewers ramparts was better unless you went to the depths. Yeah, that sounds about right. It is also one of those things, like, for a very long time, it was also easier to go into the ossuary. Significantly less flying enemies. Didn't have the arbiters, of course, with, like, giant and everything. A lot of very obnoxious enemies up in the ramparts. Of course, that did change over time, and yeah. Banana. Yeah, exactly. That's the banana outfit. Here he comes now, Banana Man. You want to tell me why I have sperm cell as mutation? Oh, that's networking. It's supposed to show like a, I don't know, like a connection between enemies, but it does perhaps look a little bit like a spermatoza. I don't know. I'm not sure. I meant to say pixelated filter. Not sure why I said sprite filter. I mean, I get what you're saying. Also, I totally missed what you said, though. I mean, I get what you're saying right now, but I also missed the original thing you said. Okay. Networking giving me a little bit of use there. What is stickery? I don't know. All right, get that lead propagation on there. Get networking fully buffed up and ready to go. Parfait. Okay. A little bit rough, but nothing worth doing is ever easy. I mean, obviously having the... got clipped right at the last second there. Obviously, having piercing on this helps a lot for getting networking up and functional. Don't really need any of this, though. Hammer Kid, but can this game fly by my mom? It looks really fun, and I want a good challenge. I would say Hollow Knight. Well, Hollow Knight is a game very much littered with corpses. And one of the things that I always forget about when I'm looking at this game is that, you know, every enemy does explode into a huge blood splatter, and the lore rooms are very dark. So, it's like, I think you would have a hard time selling this if you... I mean, like, look at this. Look at how much blood is on the back wall here. I would say Hollow Knight is probably a better bet. At least that, in my professional opinion. I'm going to use this real quick to get as much health back as possible. Yeah, this'll work. There we go. Almost got me there, and let's get networking up and ready to go. It is a quite good game, though, and I would highly recommend playing it, but I don't know if I could really say that this is a family-friendly type of experience. I just say it sells. I mean, it is. Blood sells. But I don't think that counts. I don't think that's going to work. Okay, back up to full health. Cool. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Can never discount a good use of vampirism. Not blood mods, just dead cells. Well, I mean, the dead cells are the big blue things, but maybe you can convince them that that's like... Man, I don't even know. You know, I'm going to be honest, like, as a kid, I never really watched too much for, like, violent movies or anything like that. I mean, my parents didn't even have to try to convince me. It's like, oh, no, you got to wait until you're 18 or whatever, because I would just be like, I don't want to watch something scary. Why would I want to scare myself? And I remember, it's like, I think I might have, like, actually cried when I saw the original Men in Black. Because the Bugman was spooky. So, there you go. Little wuss. You know it. I mean, if you don't know that I'm a wuss, you haven't been paying attention. To be fair, that Bugman was pretty scary. And gross. But, I mean, I'm not going to be able to convince anybody here of that. The Bugman was spooky. Well, that's not, like, out of context or anything. I'd say that you can quote me on that because it is entirely accurate. I didn't like the original Men in Black movie because it had spooky Bugman in it. I mean, I'm never going to watch, like... Oh, boy. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'm never going to go back and watch, like, what was it, Superman 4? Because that had a spooky robot woman in it. It's too scary. It's just spooky even to this day for me. So there you go. I don't know how we got on this conversation, but, yeah. On one of the Men in Black movies, I got scared when I saw the lady with the long tongue. Well, I mean, I don't remember that being scary. I also kind of remember the shopkeeper when his head exploded being scary, just because, well, that was kind of, like, gory. And also, again, huge wuss. But really, it was the Bugman. And his, insatiable need for sugar water. It's scary. Literally a Kyle, though. It's true. Still a coward, but you were a kid at the time, so it's justified. Fair enough. I'll take it, I guess. Halloween, you got to go get the MIB game for the lulz. Well, the thing is, the funny thing is I really like the MIB cartoon series, though. I remember that being just a real that was during that one time when the WB network was putting out some actually shockingly good cartoons. Got 4 cells recently. Any good tips? Take advantage of double items while you can. That's one of the things that's changing in this latest update. There's a lot of dissent about it, so it might be that they'll change that pretty quickly over time. But for right now, go in with double boomerangs, go in with double throwing knives, double boy's axe, whatever. Get the most out of it that you can. Just on the off chance that they don't decide to change it up. And still do have the shield, so let's get this going on here. Not amazing, but still worked out pretty well. Double shields. Yeah. I guess. Sure, if you want to swing that way. Okay. And yeah, I think I've got pretty much everything that I'm going to get in this area. Well, not seeing... Maybe the Thunder Shield? My biggest nightmare was THX. Oh man, that was like George Lucas's original movie? I don't think I've ever seen that. Nah, this isn't better than that shield. This shield's probably going to carry me through a decent amount of this next fight. Because you can only use so much of... Let's get the money. You can only use so much of the throwing knives, after all. Double shield for maximum woozy? Any pointers for Malaise? The YOLO mutation can take it all out in one go. Prioritize going into areas with food shops in it. Necromancy, if you want to work with survival, is really good for that. I wouldn't recommend taking extended healing. It doesn't work as well as you might think. And some of the other mutations, like your melee or Berserker, I feel like are not super reliable. If you are in the alpha, try out Alienation. It's pretty good. Hard to say. Got 5 cell done last night and watching content helped a lot. Hey, thanks, Scroll Great. Glad I can be of service. Yeah, it removes double items. They're just gone. Gone forever. Come on, you. Ah. All right. Again, might want to use shields if I possibly can make that work. Like that. Oh boy. This is gonna be a little rough. Okay. Okay. Come on. Ah, too awkward to even get the shield play out there. Is that really not enough? Fine. Oh boy. Yeah, losing out on the first phase of fights is a good thing, but I am worried that I am going to be hit by a bad attack. You know what I'm saying here. Oh, it's just unfortunate that I'm in a boss fight now, so I can't read chat. I wanted to hear what the THX thing was. Because like I said, I never saw that movie. I might have seen like a little bit of it. Although I think right now I'm confusing it with K-Pax for some reason. I guess because they both sound like they're radio stations. Oh, this is just nonsense. Oh, come on. Nope, didn't even get the parry there. That was... That hitbox is funky. It likes its oatmeal chunky. Oh, come on. Okay. Well, I should be able to afford... Yep, there it is. Okay. Should be able to afford at least one potion charge in the next area. Whatever that might be. And by whatever, I mean it's going to be the graveyard. How did I not get that? Oh, I was so close to getting that parry working. Well, let's go. The worst. I don't even know why I threw the... It's so hard to latch on to this guy. I don't understand. Come on. Killing me, Smalls. A lot of the mutations, I did see that thing in chat while doing the phase change. A lot of the mutations tend to come from beating bosses. But highly recommend just going on low cell difficulty and just crushing every single boss you're coming along. Easy peasy. Great. There's also the one upgrade that gives you the mirror, which will tell you if you're missing items from enemies, which is pretty good. Now it's gonna come from a different direction. Frustrating. Of course, gotta suffer through this once more, like G did. Okay. And, like, one more volley should do it if I can possibly get there. Of course. Oh, man. There! Good lord, that took so long. And unfortunately, I don't really think that I'm going to be able to undo a lot of that damage, which is too bad. Well, that's the new update for you. Can't do nothing. Alright, let's go. One potion charge hype. I mean, it's... Hey, you don't have the ability to really get the same amount of damage out now that they have locked off a lot of the curse chests and distributed things better. Hard to say. All right. We need a mod to bring back ice shards. I mean, they're still here. It's just, not as good. Yeah, perma-curse. Well, the thing is, I know that there's going to be a bunch of, not curse chests, but, there. I know that there's going to be a curse chest or two in here. That's going to take care of a lot of malaise. That's going to take care of a lot of the issues that I got going on here. I just need to go find it, basically. And as soon as I do, it'll be just fine. Absolutely fine. That's just how it goes. Do you read chat before officially putting streams up? Oh, no, I don't care at all what chat does. Chat can do, like, anything. I trust mods to take care of if anything's really bad. I'm really mostly concerned about if I'm saying something stupid more than anything else. It's, I mean, the thing is, it's like, I can't be held responsible for things that other people are doing, I'd like to say. So I feel that I should give you all the ability to do what you want at any point in time. Live and let die, I say. Okay. Ooh. Oh, man. I know there's going to be at least one curse chest around here somewhere. That is the optimal... Well, I can't pick this up anyway, even if I want to. Generates Toxic Cloud. A lot of Toxic Cloud stuff. No, really, just the one thing I need is a curse chest. If I get a curse chest, that's going to do a lot for making sure that I don't die. I guess is the best way to put it. About streams, mistakes were made. I mean, that's pretty much every video. Oh, well, that would be interesting if I could use it, but not right now. Man, I'm just finding nothing. We do nothing 90% of the time. That's like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, hey. Like I said, I just live and let live. The crystal might actually be something of an issue right now with the... Yeah, I knew that was going to happen there. Like, that's Conjunctivius has a lot more health than you might think, which is rough sometimes. Yeah, hey, speaking of fighting games, I don't know. How long did that last run last anyway? Only about 40 minutes. Jeez. Oh, I don't know. I guess I can try one more. This is a pretty good get. Stuff. Take like that. You and not you, but you and you. Remember when it was fine? It would have been if I could find that curse chest anywhere. But the thing is, it's like that's one of the weird problems with how the Slumbering Sanctuary works. For some reason, I feel like the elites activate on you very easily, like much more so than anywhere else in the game. Because there's often in that place I have more than 2 of them on me at once, even though I couldn't even see where they were. Now, the reason they were there was because of bleed propagation. That's why I suddenly got hit by that one there, but still, it is weirdly rough sometimes. I didn't even notice, but apparently they took out Lightning Bolt being a... They took out Lightning Bolt being survival scaling? That's interesting. There we go. Unfortunately, that was apparently the second one here. Good shield build and how to beat 3 boss cell. I mean, good shield build is anything. Shields are just good in general. But they're never really something that you would use for a main hand type of weapon, I would like to say. I don't know. And what else we got going on here? I don't know if this is going to work out too well. But this time, I'm definitely not going to be hitting up the sewers comparatively, because it's just ridiculously bad with... if you don't have the right sort of a setup of skills and the like. Alright, let's get out of here. Compare, I think Spike Shield has the best DPS. Yeah. Blood Shield is pretty good. Punishment is pretty good too, speaking of that. Oh. I don't know, like Rampart is good for a very defensive focused run, but aside from that, I don't know. I mean, I think that just anything that is a shield, you're going to get some use out of. It's because everything has the parry, everything has the momentary invincibility bubble, everything like that. It's not the worst. Yeah, let's get Strategic Retreat this time here. I always forget to use the Homunculus rune on my runs. Usually for me, it's just if the DPS is really bad, that's when I'm like, I should probably throw that out and get at least some damage going on here. Doc's controller wasn't broken. I mean, controller's always been... Well, the controller's fine now. It was a broken cord, if you remember. If you are up on the lore. It's good now. It's fine. There's no issue here. Not trying to, like, Salty Johns it or anything. Homunculus is for fishing. They got rid of fishing so long ago. It used to be that you could just junk a lot of enemies by standing above them and all that, but it doesn't work anymore because you just do this sort of thing. And he instantly gets right on you. Ah, it's too bad. Invisibility necklace was so good with that, but it lasts for, what, one patch? Nah. My controller's busted. Yeah, I mean, it'll happen. As much as I would love to use the giant whistle, that is that's not the run right now. I do think the survival is going to be pretty good, especially with blah, 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 changes to the stuff. You know what I'm saying. However, that's not what we're doing here today. We're going to get some good use out of Witch Time. Couldn't be the worst. I don't know. My keyboard is busted. My keyboard is also kind of weird in how it works. Where basically if it's, you know, if I'm like leaning back in my chair a little bit, it'll like not pick up on key presses sometimes. Usually it works okay, but it is also like pretty old and everything. I gotta get a new one. So yeah, there's my extremely boring story about how I need a new keyboard. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll be here all week. In the sense that I will be streaming all week. So look forward to a lot more of this type of content. Cha-cha-cha. Where to get magic missiles? You get it from the Arbiter. Arbiters are now only found in the cavern. They're the big hand guys. They're the sort of dudes that would give you a hand. Isn't the giant whistle a Bloodborne reference? I mean, it is very similar to Madara's whistle. I don't know if I would say it's specifically a reference, though. That was a giant snake. This is a giant hand. Tell us more about the keyboard. So this was actually a very old Microsoft-specific keyboard. I think I got it at some point in time when, like, Windows 7 was out. And actually, I think I might have gotten it around the time when it was, you know, specifically useful for Windows Vista or something. We're talking old one. And I've just stuck around with it because, hey, it's a keyboard. You always need new keyboards or something. So, it's been here for a while. It is encrusted with filth. It is... Can I, like, get the crystal shooting at me so I can... Whatever, that works. It is encrusted in filth. It is one of those, like, kind of ergonomic style where it's curved all weird. You know the ones I'm talking about. There we go. And let's get a good parry here just to get that energy back up. Little dead cells. What are you talking about? Are you saying that you don't want to listen to keyboard woes this time? There. Man, that dude took a second. And I will take you. And you know what? I don't need the Crusher. I do need my good bird buddy. Being of the avian sort myself. Doc's 76 years old. I mean, you can't prove I'm not, but you also can't prove that I am. Why did I start out with saying you can't prove I'm not? That would imply that I am. This is bad. You know what? Electricity. Electricity. And have you heard how many references to 50s movies I've been making lately? We talked a lot about Frank Nelson in one of the more recent Dead Cell streams. But you get rid of this guy here. Get off of Doc's lawn. Yes, I've evolved beyond a boomer. I don't even drink the Monster Zero Energy anymore. I actually just drink original Coca-Cola, the kind with cocaine in it. Jeez, Doc, you're older than my doctor. Well, that's because I am your doctor. Now, how's that for lore? Okay, let's go back and grab, I don't know, nothing, really. I don't think there's anything here I really want. Just get into the depths. I'm mad you missed it the first time, so here it is again. Lore Firebird. That makes me sound like I'm Data's brother. And that's a reference to Star Trek The Next Generation. So that's how old I am. There you go. Terrible. I don't really need alienation just yet. So instead, I'm going to take... Networking's not going to be useful here. Oh, yeah, Crow's Foot. I was talking about it. Let's do it. Is Doc the moss bag of... I mean, you know, in the sense that it's like the timekeeper has no void in her. She's 100% waifu. How about that? Now I did it. Sure. Just for the stats, really. I have a GameCube controller that works perfectly. I probably have several. Not that I'm really, like, looking for them. What is your other job? I always describe it as file clerk at a law firm. It is, you know, exactly as milquetoast and uninteresting as you think it is. As of recently, I've been doing an audit of the estate planning room. You know, so it's been just a laugh a minute. You're making sure that we have all of the wills and trusts, you know, that they're all correctly added into the system and under the right attorneys. It's like, what do you want from me? It is a job. It is a job I do. And I do it damn good, if I do say so myself. Milquetoast, I know, right? Okay, come on. Good. Haven't really been using the caltrips too much. Let's try to do a little bit. Yeah. I guess I really don't need it because the DPS is so high here. Feel like you're giving some old person some PTSD. But no! Old people wouldn't have to deal with an electronic system. Would just have no, do this. Here we go. They would just have everything in a room and they'd be like, this is where we keep all the files. Oh, okay, sure. I know, because there's a lot of those people that still work at the firm. Is that what Discord is turning into? Oh man, this is why it's unofficial. Damn it, people, I knew I couldn't trust you. I kind of want to take the double crossbow matic, but I also really don't want to screw around with that right now. Like, this is not the time to be taking something that's going to be outside of my general build. Because I got a good combo of stuff going right now. And I don't want to ruin that. Alright, what do we got here? Flint? Ah, Flint. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to take it. I don't think it's worth it. But it is tempting. There's something to it. No, it's not, Doc. Don't listen to them. I mean, that's the exact thing that people would say if it was, though. Oh, wow. I managed to actually not get hit there. I'm shocked. Well, not that shocked. Oh. Oh, boy. No. Especially if it's going to be like that type of flint. Not worth it. Anything else want to come here before I start getting attacked? Yep, there we go. Oh, man, Magic Missile is quite good. I can't believe I was sleeping so much on this weapon. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. Ah! I knew it. I'm just like, what's the best way to go here to not get hit? And it didn't, and nothing worked. Oh, well, regardless, I'm going to get more curses and the like coming up here. And it's going to be gravy. All gravy. Flint Sprite is now the other way. Yeah, that was the most important thing that happened in the latest update. The flipping the Flint Sprite 180 degrees. No, wait, not 180 degrees. Horizontally. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Ah, damn it. Spiteful Sword, and I think it drops from the Flying Biters. Yep, I do know it well, because the Spiteful Sword was the last... Thank you. Was the last thing I unlocked in my OG Dead Cells Elemental update playthrough on the channel. Back when I wasn't doing any commentary. Ah, it seems so far away. Yesterday. Alright. Let's go. I don't think I got anything here. Well, no, I do, actually, to open this up. Not worth it anyway, so, yeah, forget about this. I'm Audi 5000. Noita, thanks to you. Hey, cool. I mean, Noita's great. First off, I mean, obviously, I gotta rep Teikari because I don't know how it happened, but that dude somehow became, like, my favorite indie game developer in the last year. But even aside from that, the game is pretty good. It's it's a lot more like an old school roguelike, where you're just kind of given stuff. Like, good. Am I a noob for watching those videos without commentary religiously? Yes. Wait, a noob? I mean, you'll be a noob for not watching them, but I also don't blame you. Early stuff on the channel is bad. I mean, Dead Cells, when it started out, was more of an experimental series, just to try to get used to doing commentary in the first place. Well, first off, to get used to recording things, making sure that things actually got recorded properly. They weren't even edited back then. But, you know, then it started out trying to get decent at commentary, and these days, just, you know, hey, it's still a good game, and it's still a game that's getting updated, so... Like, how can I not continue playing this religiously? Like Bill Maher, I guess. Bill Maher? Whatever. I thought you were saying you probably wouldn't even be playing Dead Cells in the future. Well, the thing is, being early access, I was pretty pessimistic about how they would actually do updates. I was thinking that it was going to be 5 years later, and then they might finally just slap together a 1.0, because that's what a lot of the early access stuff was at that time. I didn't really have much confidence in... I didn't know anything about Motion Twin, and I didn't think they would be updating it as much as they did. And then it's like, they did. So, aside from what, like Clay, I want to say the Dead Cells is one of the greatest success stories of early access. It's great. And I mean, obviously, yeah, let's take this. Obviously, it's really more Motion Twin than anything else. It's the fact that they've been doing it. I am merely along for the ride. Star Citizen server update when? I have not been paying attention to Star Citizen in so long. That was never something that was all that interesting to me. I mean, you know me, I like a nice structured game and not one that just kind of, do whatever. So even like when No Man's Sky was coming out, I didn't know anything about that. Star Citizen I mostly remember just for being around for a very long time. Your voice is actually so soothing. Good. Yeah, well, that was really close. Didn't drop through the thing as fast as I thought I would. Okay. Good. I told you. It's all a part of the plan so that I can enter your dreams at night and steal your secrets. You know, like a less malevolent Freddy Krueger. Well, slightly less malevolent. Marginally less malevolent. What were we talking about? Close. Having the extra... You know, I'm not too opposed to having the corrupted power at all. The Toxic Cloud plus 100% of poison that I get is doing some work. And I think it's going to continue for a while here. Just throw as many caltrops on the ground as possible. Oh, and he didn't even start spinning at me. Good enough? What's your favorite boss cell room? Got anyone... You know, like, I really do like the one cell door in this area. Just because that's always... Or, you know what, Yeah, I mean, as far as boss cell doors go, the one cell door in this area has the food shop, and that's generally when you need it the most. I think it's pretty good. At this point, I'm just expressing my love for Doc in the cringiest way possible. Like, what, are you just, like, sitting back and being like, ugh, ugh, I hope you enjoy this. Ugh. That's the worst. That's something that's going to get taken out of context. Anyway, I kind of wanted this. I don't know. Surely it's the 5 boss cell door. Yeah, I love going into the Astrolabe. I love it. Oh, because that's definitely not where most of my runs end, and badly. I mean, to be fair, I do like that there's a huge amount of content behind it and everything. It's just, oh boy. But Cube World is just some dude and his wife making a game take a really long time if you update things constantly and change things in early access. Yeah, I mean, I'm still shocked that Cube World came out. Good for, what's that dude's name, Wole? But at the same time, Like I was saying, I like a structured game. That's a little bit too open for me, so I never even really checked it out. I was just like, oh, hey, I'm happy that was a success story. I remember people were mourning its loss for years until it could finally, come back here. But the music? Wait, the music of what? I think I missed it. Doc, you need an eggplant emote. I'm sure there's an eggplant emote in YouTube already. You know, you can use, like, YouTube has its own emotes. I'm sure that it probably has it here. Discord meme team? What, to add in my cringe sounds? I mean, you would never be able to stop. I have so many of them. Yeah, there you go. Alexander has it right now. So there you go. For all of your eggplant needs, just use that in the water emote as per tradition dictates. and you'll be gravy. Okay? Don't die to a curse here. Come on. Not a single person. We found one here. And Rental knows the football? I'm not even sure what that's supposed to represent. Aside from being, you know, ready for some football, as Harry Connick Jr. was saying. Was that Harry Connick Jr. that did Are You Ready for Some Football? I don't remember. Oh, if only that second guy was here, he could tell me. But no, he didn't want to do that. Just like he didn't want to record Persona yesterday. You know what? After I'm done with Dead Cells, we're just going to go record that Persona episode. I'm going to do it in front of the stream. We're just going to do it here. Do it live. I already basically have the next episode of that prepared anyway. Every time you stream, I have to Why did I even read that? What you got? Hey, Lamau. I'll take that. Cherry Boy. You know, I was told to beware the man that speaks in hands, but I guess I'll have to make an exception here. Oh, good. Explorer's Instinct proccing. And I did miss some stuff. So yeah, the latest rune is not amazing. It's got some problems with it, but hey, at least it's already told me that I'm missing Scroll of Power, so not entirely worthless. I do think that what Firestar was saying earlier about how it would be better if they just put the map in each area, you know, the one that you find the first area, and made it so that you had to pay a certain amount of money each time you entered a new area would be a better idea, just in general. Good. Good. What you binging these days? I've been watching a whole bunch of Red Letter Media stuff. I know that's kind of a weird pivot, but hey, it's been a good time. I haven't watched Best of the Worst in a long time, so catching up on that and finally seeing what the hell Rem Lazar was definitely a trip. I kind of want to take this, but it's not worth it. Stop hammer time. Nice. In emojis, by the way, if you're watching this in the future. They have guns in Persona 5. They're just fake guns. Unless they're not. It seemed to imply that I might be getting a real gun eventually, because that shopkeeper does have connections. I don't know. We'll see at some point in time. Also, I still hold that is just the worst part of Persona 3. I hate that. I hate the evokers. They're terrible. Terrible and stupid. Oh, what is said can be deleted, but not from our hearts. Indeed. Why did Dead Cells get an Xbox update? They're probably prepping up for new stuff. They had some bug fixes going on the PC version, so it's related to that in all likelihood. I love Red Letter Media stuff. I don't always agree with them, but it's always entertaining. Yeah, pretty much the same thing here. I think that there's a lot of stuff that they give passes to that I think is kind of questionable. Dario Argento movies, but it's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Oh, yeah, don't forget that they skip past first phase so that you don't die doing that again, because you died doing that last time. Nope. Ah! Big sigh. Oh well. Just hope for the best past this point, I guess. It's the only thing you can do. The only thing you can do. Should be in jumping now. Yeah, okay. Oh, come on. Okay, good. At least he got the... poison back on there, and that's kind of almost the more important thing. How did I not get the parry there? That was weird. Well, one hit. Harsh. Any Switch players know if we're going to get notified about the new update. The new update is still in alpha, so you got some time. It's going to be... Ooh. Yeah, sure. It's going to be some time till we see that thing again, let me tell you. Although this is only 25% more damage. The Trail of Flames is nice, but it's not as good as plus 100% on poison. I'm getting rid of this. Nah, forget about it, man. Chinatown. Oh, Dead Cells is a great game to play when bored. I mean, it is, despite having the runs be very long, as I've complained about many times, blah, blah, blah. Concierge drops 3 scroll shards? Wow, my ability to speak just failed me there. Yeah, apparently all the bosses drop scroll shards now, which, sure, why not? Motion Twin ever comment about that end with the 2 prisoners? I don't think that... I think that's just, you know, the end. I don't know. It makes sense to me. Maybe that's just me. I like the change to Concierge more. No barrier spam to throw the fight down. Well, provided... Oh, wow. I would actually like this if I could get it. But, well, provided that you actually play it well. I didn't. Don't do as Donnie Don't does. Let's just say that. What do we got? You, I suppose. Magic Missile still MVP. Again, I'm just... Well, I did parry... I parried the explosion, I guess? Okay. Hey, whatever works, man. Hey, Facundo. Welcome to what is at least kind of going okay. Certainly going better than the last run. Of course, I do think that I could have probably taken... This sort of build I could have probably taken to... The Squiddens. Mrs. Squiddens. Let's just call her that, because I completely forgot the name of that boss. And I would have been just fine. But that's, not really the case right now, which is too bad. Generates Toxic Cloud, maybe. I mean... It's... Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Oh. Got my second time getting to the spoiler final boss. I won't say that out loud. I know it's been long enough that who doesn't already know, but still. I'm honorable to the end. Hey, congratulations to that, because that is no easy task. You are now in the elite, like, 0.1% of people that have actually done that. Oh, man. Okay, good. I was worried that I was going to fall into the electricity there. And, maybe if that was 100% on poison, I would take that. But otherwise, I think that this is just fine for some items right now. Gotta be a decent man to avoid spoiling stuff. Well, I mean, it's just... Got me on the flip side. And then the bleed propagation destroyed everything else in the room before I could get any rally. Oh, man. Bleed propagation gives, bleed propagation takes away. Doesn't matter anyway, because I got a turkey right over here. It'll cover me back up to 92%, so it's fine. Also, that bomber died to my... crow's feet. God, I've lost the ability to talk, everybody. I'm sorry. It happens sometimes, unfortunately. The bleed betrayed you. I mean, it didn't betray me too much, because I am back mostly up to full health. It's just, When I want to really ask myself how many people win against him. almost secret boss. I mean, I would like to say that if you got a really good run going, and one that's especially pretty overpowered, once you get to the boss, you probably got a good chance. But it's really just getting there with flash charges or full health that is almost the more difficult part compared to anything else. It is an endurance fight, and it's also an endurance run just to get there in the first place. Does a custom mode run count? Absolutely. I say all the time that it's like, custom mode runs are the way the game is meant to be played. If you're playing on normal mode, you're just giving yourself extra challenge for the sake of it. You should be playing on custom mode. That's like choosing to play. Yeah, it's like basically going on there now is choosing to play with going on normal mode is like choosing to play with a cursed sword or something. You know you're in it for the challenge. Yeah, I don't suck. Damn straight. Look, this game is hard enough, and they made it way harder in the recent updates since they introduced custom mode explicitly because they expect you to be using custom mode. That is the way to play the game. And, okay, almost got me there. That said, I have, of course, beaten the game on normal mode, 5 cells, so I mean, I'm exempt from anything. I have no blame to be put on my... What, did the crystal just appeared right on top of me? Absurdities. And I will take this, and alright. Doc humble bragging. There was no part of that was humble. I'll take this just to make sure that I got my health up. Kind of a little bit more worried about that than the malaise anyway. I'm sure that a potion charge will be used fast and furious as we get a little bit farther into the run. What? Oh, bleed propagation doing it again. Back at it again with the cats. Did he beat it with the feet yet? Yeah, I should go do that at some point in time. Playing Tactics, what kind of world is this? Well, Tactics has a whole bunch of new stuff going on with it between all of the mutations that, you know, I thought I'd give it a try. It's not working out in a lot of ways, and I am probably going to be running into some problems as soon as I get to bosses. But for the time being, I'm going to see how this starts crack-a-lacking. Oh, just shoot him! Do it now. A foot fetish simulation. Oh, man. Those things bite so fast. Alright, well, I don't want to use the potion charge. How much money do I need to get to the... I think I'm going to have to use the potion charge. It's kind of a non-negotiable type of thing right now. Just do it. I hate it, but I would also rather not die. So, what are you going to do? What is U2RB going to do? That's what I was talking about, where I wasn't too worried about getting malaised up a little bit. Pretty sure crow's feet is a tag in most burrows anyway. I gotta tell you, I don't know if foot fetishists are really into the... That's not terrible. No, because going up against the Timekeeper, the shield's going to be more useful. I just don't see any reality in which that's going to be better. Anywho. Any tips on how to do the clock, the bell in the clock tower? It's just full clear the area. Get rid of every enemy possible and then really pay attention. Because it's just, there's no easy way to do it. It just, you gotta do it. Like avian feet, we're talking about, claws are, I don't know. Really think you should have taken Bow and Endless Quiver? You could easily make a case for that. I'm not gonna say you can't. But I do... It's really the 100% on poison that I like more than anything else. That's kind of what I want to keep here, just because I want to make sure that I can... What the heck is Explorer's Instinct? It's a new rune. It reveals the entire map after you explore enough of it. Which is... of questionable use. You have to explore a lot of the map before it procs, but it has been okay. Where'd the new rune come from? Everything is unlocked from the very... Sure. Everything is unlocked from the very beginning now in the game. Or, well, in the alpha. Only for the alpha. Somebody did tell me where you find the rune, but I have already forgotten. Because I'm stupid. So, I'm sure somebody can probably clear that up. Please? Anybody? Anybody know? Try recording the bells to tell the pitch. I mean, I guess. I think it was pretty obvious, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. There we go. And let's get going. Oh, you were playing your imported save before? The latest update to the alpha now just unlocks everything. Everything is there and available for you to use without needing to do any extra work for it. That's obviously not going to be the case in the final version of the game, but it is... really like this, but not gonna happen. I don't like the alpha, lose my progress. I mean, now that you have everything unlocked, there is no real progress to lose. Besides, the alpha, of course, is supposed to be, you know, weird and nonsense anyway. Are you pooing stars when you roll? You know it. What else would I be doing? Also, recycling tube comes from one boss cell, Hand of the King. Yeah, which I tried to unlock when I did my imported save file, but wasn't there. So I think having everything, you know, having like the developer's save file is probably the best idea if things are of questionable working, at least as of right now. Hilarious to see them just keep everything unlocked right at the start. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people that would actually appreciate it, where it's just like, oh, thank God, I don't need to grind up a full forge now. That said, I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, I mean, playing beta, at least you do get to keep all the progress you make. Alpha's, of course, weird, and that's why it's alpha. I mean, it's no surprise that it's going to be a little bit, questionable. Oh, no! Ugh! At least I rallied up most of my health. Ooh, boy. Got some rough stuff going on here. You gotta remember, I'm working with 4,000 HP, which is peanuts for this level of the game. I take a lot of damage from the simplest things right now. I'm also very questionable working. Also colorized? Get out of here, Ted Turner. Questionable content. Get out of here, whoever made the questionable content. I don't actually know. What do you got? Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. There's nothing happening here. Peanuts. I said peanuts. If you want me to super enunciate it, I guess. As if I don't do that already. Now, you just spelled questionable like you were spelling... made by Jeff Jacques. Yeah, I knew it was a notable name like that. One that you could easily remember. He sounds like a comic book character, that name. Like, oh yes, we got Bruce Banner, Peter Parker, and Jeff Jacques. Jeff Jacques? Yeah. Jacques. You know what I'm saying. Look, I'm an American. It's my God-given right to mispronounce things. And no. Still no. However, yes for you. Ah. Okay. Interesting if true. Worthwhile? Perhaps. What do you think? Should I take it? I think it could be good. Potentially. Well, we'll see. Do it. Jock pronounced his last name Jax. Jax? That is strange. I don't know. I mean, needless to say, despite the amount of time that I've spent playing this French-produced game, I am perhaps absolutely terrible at pronouncing things in French. It is one of my One of my many charm points, along with my Poochie Belly. Okay. Magic Missile, always good for getting rid of that sort of stuff. Nope. Nope again. And done. Oh boy. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that I couldn't get here before losing that potion charge, because that could be pretty useful. How is damage over time build? I mean, damage over time is always great. I would always highly, highly recommend it if you can. If you got the stuff to make it work. I mean, even right now, I'm using a little bit of damage over time because I got the Toxic Cloud by the Crossbow-matic, the Bleed Propagation from the Sinew Slicer. There's some good stuff going on here. It ain't too shabbo at all. Nope. And yes. Good. And you can see how, like, the Bleed Propagation is really just cutting through enemy. Oh, as much as I would love to. It's not of the correct color. Gotta have that tactics stuff. I didn't spend all this time getting, what, 26 points in tactics to not do that. Passive damage is always a good idea. Doing damage continuously. Yeah, doing damage continuously, doing damage passively, especially on some of the tougher bosses. You can just focus entirely on dodging and be totally gravy. That's what makes something like a damage over time so good. Also the fact that, you know, of course, it does a lot of damage. I mean, it's not like if you choose damage over time, you're missing out on a whole... Ooh, no. You're missing out on a whole lot. You still get a lot of damage done with any one of those builds. Okay, that was close. Continue talking about that BC. Doc doesn't seem to be able to see this conversation at all. BC? Boss cell? Okay. Like colorless turrets for survival because it lacks passive damage. And I mean, like, the best you got is something along the... Where's a... Okay. Well, I already got 60, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, that was rough. Yeah, the Crusher. And the Crusher is good, but the amount of time it takes to work is not so good. Oh, BC means because. Ah, that's what BC. I think when the update is open for all players, all pre-update items should be unlocked after beating the game on any file for the first time. I don't know, because I do like unlocking items. I think that might be a little bit too much. Hard to say. Oh, that wouldn't be too bad if I did have the stats for it. What do you got? 10,000. It's not that good. I'm sorry, Lightspeed. I would love to do a run with you, but I got a good thing going on right now. It's normal mode, and it's largely successful. Ooh. Nope. Perhaps they should extend its range. Yeah, I think like extending Crusher's range would not be the worst thing. Because it's just a little bit frustrating to try to kite enemies in there, especially knowing how ridiculously passive a lot of the other items are. I'm gonna risk this for the biscuits. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. That was a bad idea because I could not open that door, but it worked out okay anyway. Whew. Stupid plays. Like I said before, don't do what Donnie Don't does. They could always increase the drop chance for blueprints. I mean, they could, but you know, they got like the they got the Hunter's Grenade and everything working right now. I don't know if that's entirely necessary anymore. Calculated plays. Yes, that would be a way to say risky, idiotic nonsense, but also make it look like I might have had a plan, and not that I was just doing something for, let's be honest, very little reason. This isn't the last curse chest that you have in the game right now, so I'm not going to need alienation past this point or anything. As long as I just played it a little bit cautiously, I would have been... Ah, whatever. Doc do a split. I would die. I don't even know how that would work, but I would die. Unless the castle one spawns. Oh, you think I'm going to the castle? I'm not. But it's so tedious to use the Hunter's Grenade. I think it works. I think it works just fine. New area? No, I'm just going to bypass it. Hey, all right. Hold up, you can skip the castle now? Yeah, and provided that I don't completely screw this up, I'll show you how it works. Oh. No, I want to keep it a surprise if you don't know yet. Okay. In the meantime, there is one area left to go to. Rally up everything, and we're gravy. Not the best, but it worked. Nope. Don't even. So many enemies. Menemies, as I like to say. Until you have to take Hunter's Grenade to spoiler area. Oh yeah, that's a nightmare. But, you know. Oh, alright. Before I head out of here, should I go back? Should I? No, let's just go. For Halloween, you should live stream yourself carving a jack-o'-lantern. No, that would have you see me. That's a problem. Splitting Doc in half so you get 2 Docs? No, that would... Ooh, sure. I mean, I don't reproduce via mitosis. I reproduce via polyping. Tonic and Carbine. Too late. You had your chance. What's the best idea? Yeah. And you know what? Let's just go you basic. You only have to see your hands. Yeah, but then you know what my hands look like. You can tell a lot about a person by their hand. Just ask Kira Yoshikage. All right, then. Do. Ah, come on. Good stuff going on here. All right, one more phase. Oh, damn it! No, not the punch combo. Ah, well. Was worth it. Need to get that poison on at all time. Yeah, it definitely would have been worth taking. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was kind of hoping that the turrets could have thrown out a little bit better poison, but that just didn't quite work out the same way that I wanted to. Honestly, I was hoping that I had a little bit more damage there, you know? Because if I was able to blast them down faster, it would have... Yeah, is that what you meant by skipping the castle? Yes, the giant now leads directly to the throne room, to the Hand of the King fight. It's 2 bosses right in a row. And it would have been worth it, even if I had to use a couple potion charges to get through that area. It would have... I mean, it's just, you know, it's